But can he take it home? Can he take it all the way? That is the question we are about to find out. As we are here in the man that's probably not supposed to win this series in the top right, the blue Zerg player from KLG. It is Jimrising with some very nice Zergling control, very nice harass. Man, he got in, he squeezed out so many little opportunities, so many edges in that game. It is quite, it's quite impressive, really, because he is up against a very strong Protoss player in the European scene these days, in the Northwest. He's tied 1-1 in this best of 3. It is Stardust. The winner moves on to the round of 16. And I do not believe the brackets have been updated yet. Let me see. I don't think any of the matches have been updated. Oh, wait, they have actually. Okay, cool. Hyun and Xenocider. Hyun is apparently up 1-0 against... Xenocider is up 1-0 against Hyun. So the winner of this game plays the winner of Hyun Xenocider. And Stardust is actually going to be very careful about making sure he scouts this game. He has a pylon on a low ground. He could go for Nexus first again. He could open Forge. The rush distance is so small on this map. Makes me very scared when I think of Nexus bursting on this map against Zerg. And it will be a 15 pool, so he's not taking any chances, especially with this probe here that could potentially pylon block the natural. Just smart from Stardust. He wants to make sure that Jimrising doesn't act too greedy. And he's probably going to play a much sharper build. I can imagine Stardust just doing an all-in this game and just bringing home like his hardest attack that he possibly could. And it will be a Nexus first. So he's clearly not afraid of his opponent, Jimrising, as he dances the probe to try to block the natural. Double drone pulled down is a Zerg's way of saying, I really hate you for blocking me. And there's the hatchery on the way. So Jimrising does get it. And there's a Forge follow-up for Stardust. The next pylon as well. He's just playing, he's just doing his thing. Getting all of the stuff. So this map plays PvZ. Pretty interesting. PvZ is pretty interesting, but I think looking at this map in particular, the gold base comes to mind always. It's really hard to ignore the gold base on this map. Even if it doesn't have the greatest impact on any particular game, the threat of it, the mind games around potentially taking it, denying it, are always interesting to see. Still no gas from Jimrising. He's playing actually pretty normal. He scouts the Nexus first again, and he's still not trying to go for a fast third hatchery, I don't think. He's had these Zerglings on the map. Queen is moving down, but it doesn't look like he really wants to try to punish any type of aggression. He's just kind of doing his thing. But now he's brought the probe back home. Cybernetics core should start up. There it is. So now Stardust can just... I mean, he can't do much, but he could just power up. More queens come out for Jimrising. And I guess what we're probably going to see from Jimrising is something similar to the last map. Obviously, his attempt at going for Hydralisks into Swarm Hosts on Frost did not work out very well. I wouldn't really expect him to try to do that again. He could certainly try. This is a smaller map, like I said. I don't think it's a bad map for early attacks or all-ins. But Jimrising is set up reasonably well. Probe will go past the tower, and his Zergling should see it, but oh well. Oh well. And he has a Zealot moving out as well, so this could just be some nice quick pressure. He has a Stalker being built. It's maybe one of the first Stalkers you've seen in this series that was built in the first 10 minutes. Probe gets killed by Jimrising. And the Zealot's just going to go to town on this Ling at the tower. No worries at all there. So what can he really get done here? Like, can he actually kill his opponent is a big question. And I don't think the answer is yes yet. He's adding on 3 gateways. Oh, 4 gateways. So he's going to have a 5-gate setup, which is still pretty standard. Oh, 6 gates. Now he builds... Okay, here we go. The good old 7-gate. 7-gate assault will be coming from Stardust. This is a very difficult build to stop. He'll have +1 attack with it as well. The fact that there's no third base for Jimrising means that, in theory, he could build maybe 6 or 7 spines on the top of his natural ramp, which is, going to kill him because he'll have no economy after that. But Hydralisks aren't necessarily bad. I don't think Hydras are that horrible in a situation like this when you really think about it, because they just, the gateway units aren't that great versus them, but it's just going to become a sheer numbers game soon. Zergling speed is on the way, and he hasn't started that tech yet. He sees the first pylon, but there's another one behind it. The Zerglings will get this. He immediately begins another one. He really doesn't care. The Zealot with +1 just goes ham on these Zerglings, and he has the Stalkers here as well. Getting a third base is completely out of the question for the Zerg player. And yeah, he actually just cancels those pylons. He wants one closer. He wants an easier reinforcement point. The spines begin, 2 of them. Is 2 going to be enough? He has the Hydralisk down on the way, like I was mentioning, but getting Hydras out at this point will be very difficult. Zealot moves up the ramp, picks off a few Lings, gets one of the Queens, and he's just pumping out Slowlings right now. It's so difficult. Speed is done, but there's barely any Lings anyway. He's just focusing Queens down. 2 of these Stalkers at the front, some not dead yet, actually pretty impressive. He can keep them alive, that'd be really nice. Wow, 3 hit points. Does pick it off finally. But one of the Spine Crawlers is killed. He's going to kill the second one before it can do anything useful. And there are a good number of Lings, but these Zealots are really digging into this force. I will say, just Stalkers versus Lings makes things a bit easier for Jimrising, but I think Stardust just has too many units. The Zerglings are trying to overwhelm this force. 7 gateways of production is really hard, though, as long as he keeps the Zealots in front. One thing that is nice for Jimrising is that he has his drones, but yeah, he knows he's dead. GG, well played. Good luck to Stardust, and Jimrising will tap out. So Stardust